In today's video, I'm going to show you how I store my vast amount of sewing patterns, both paper and PDF. So if that interests you, stay tuned.
Hey, you could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky.
Welcome if you're new to me. My name's Claire, and on this channel I offer you tips and tricks to help improve your sewing. Thank you for joining me, and welcome back to all my returning visitors. I'm really pleased to see you all. So earlier in the week I put a poll up on my community tab to see what video you guys would like to see next, and you voted quite strongly that you would like PDF patterns and how I store them, or patterns in general, both PDF and paper. There were some other options that were quite popular, but no other pattern was anywhere near as popular as this choice. So that's what I'm bringing you today. So when I started sewing, I started to accumulate patterns quite quickly, more quickly than I anticipated, if I'm honest. And they very quickly started to take over the home. Now the paper patterns are pretty compact, but the PDFs once printed out were not, and they were just everywhere. I had to find an organisational solution, and that's what I came up with and what I'm going to talk to you about today. Today I'm going to take you through the process from buying a PDF through to making it and storing it, and then at the end I will take you through what I do with my paper patterns, which is a much simpler process. Before we go any further, can I just ask that if you like this content, you hit the like button below and you subscribe if you haven't already. So let's get on with the video. So when I purchase a PDF pattern, so I go on the website to purchase it, and then a link comes into my email address. So I'll go straight to my email and I will download that link straight away. And I do this straight away because sometimes these links can be time sensitive, and if I just leave it, I might A, forget about it, and B, I might lose the pattern if I don't download it within a certain time. Not all patterns are like that, but it's not a risk that I want to take. So once I've downloaded it to my computer, and by the way, I always download it on my computer rather than my phone, because sometimes the download doesn't work properly on mobile devices. So once I've downloaded that, I will then transfer it over to my cloud account. A cloud account is basically where you can store files externally to your own computer. So this just means that if anything happens to your computer and you lose everything, you won't lose the files that you've stored in a cloud system. Now there's lots of companies that offer a small amount of cloud for free, such as Google Drive. So for my needs, because I film footage and I want to save all my videos, I need quite a bit of space. So I use OneDrive by Microsoft. I've been filming for a year now, and I'm not even a quarter of the way through using my storage on OneDrive. And it's really handy because I get Word, Excel, PowerPoint and all that, the whole Microsoft Office package with it. So in my cloud account, I've got a folder called Sewing Patterns. Now when I go inside of there, I'll see lots of folders with different designers' names on them. So if I click on a designer and go inside there, I'll see more folders with their pattern names on it. And then if I go in there, that's where I store all the files that I've downloaded once I've bought the PDF. So the next part of the journey is printing off my pattern when I need it. So there's two main options here with a PDF, and that is to print it off A0 by sending it to a copy shop, or printing it A4 and printing it off myself and sticking it together. Now I used to be a massive fan. Well, not a massive fan, I'm exaggerating, but I used to quite enjoy sticking it together and cutting it out myself. In the past, I've bought a big ream of paper, like a whole box of it, and I think it took me about 18 months to use that. Lately, I've been doing A0 more and more just for the convenience of it. And then once I've got the A4, sorry, there's a fly buzzing around in here. I'm hoping you can't hear it. It's annoying me a little bit. So depending on whether I print A0 or A4, I've got a different process for each of those. The A4s can be difficult to store because the paper is really thick on A4, especially in the part that's overlapped where you've sellotaped it. However, I will cut my pattern pieces out because I can always print another if I need to, and then I fold them up and store them in a plastic wallet. I've got an example here of a plastic wallet. There's all my pattern pieces inside. It's important that your wallet has a snap like that one does there, because that will stop your pattern pieces from falling out and getting lost. So once you've put your paper patterns inside, you'll then want to get a sticky label and put it on top with a name, and then put some sellotape over that. That just means you can pull it off if you want to use the wallet for something else in the future. So once I've got my paper pattern in the wallet, I've labelled it, I then put it in a magazine file like this. Here's one such one. And you'll see here is lots of different patterns that I've got that I'm storing in this. So it just means that if you store in something like this, everything's going to stay contained and you'll know where to find what you want basically. Now you could get really super organised and have like one magazine file tag liner or your favourite patterns in one. You could do all sorts of things, but I'm an organisational work in progress, so I haven't done that. Now I bought my wallets. I've got lots of pretty ones. Here's one. Is that the Moneta one? Yeah. So you've got the floral one there. And I've got a different floral one there. And I've got some plain pink ones there. So I bought these from a supermarket in the UK called Sainsbury's. I don't know if they do them anymore. You would have to check with your local Sainsbury's. But I'll put an affiliate link down below where you can purchase some on Amazon. They won't be the exact same ones, but I'll find some that I like to share with you. So that's it for my PDF patterns. So let's move on to paper patterns. So as I mentioned, I don't have very many actual paper patterns. I used to, but I've sold a lot of them. But I've just really kept the ones that I like. I've got a few that I'm not bothered with, and they just sit on the shelf. But the ones that I really like and I am prioritising making up, although I don't know when that will happen because all the pretty patterns online. But I store them in this little IKEA bin. Would you call it a bin? Yeah. So here's the ones. As you see, it's not very many at all. Some of these I've already made up, but most I haven't. That's literally it. That's my paper patterns. Here's one I made a couple years ago. I didn't actually finish this. I was very new to sewing, but I would like to give it another go as I didn't really understand how it went together at the time. All in the same thing. That is if they'll fit in there. If they won't, they go in a plastic wallet like with my PDFs. Sometimes it can be like getting an elephant through a letterbox trying to get all the paper pieces, the actual pieces, let alone your trace pieces, in an envelope after you've used it. So sometimes it will have to go in a plastic wallet. But most of my plastic wallets are allocated to PDF patterns. So question of the day, how do you store your patterns, and are you PDF or paper? I'd really like to know, so do leave a comment down below. If you like this content and would like to see more, please hit the like button, comment, subscribe and click the notification bell, and you'll be first to be notified when my next video goes live. So if you feel this content would be useful to anyone else, please feel free to share it, as sharing really does help my channel to grow. You could also support this channel by buying me a coffee. There's more details about that in the link below. As always, I really appreciate you watching. Until next time, happy sewing. Bye for now. You gotta be larger than life.